Hi guys, it's Maria, nutritional practitioner here at Langlois Vital Nutrition Center, and we're going to talk about part 2 on how to preserve muscle and even gain muscle while you're doing a longer term fast. There's a few things I want you to know before we get started, and these are all science-backed facts. So, does fasting actually cause muscle loss? If you do a less than 48-hour fast, it's not really going to affect your muscle too much unless you're not doing any kind of training and you're not eating enough protein in between. If you do greater than 48 hours, you can lose muscle, and that's why we're going to talk about how to preserve your muscle and even gain muscle. And then I do want you to know that during periods of fasting or food scarcity, the body actually adapts and it's going to ramp up growth hormone, which is going to help preserve that lean muscle. And then you go into autophagy, which is cell turnover, and this is actually going to remove damaged proteins. Now, we're going to talk about what are the techniques you can implement so that you preserve and you even gain muscle while you're doing a longer term fast. You want to make sure you're implementing resistance training, so that push-pull body weight or even higher weights at the gym. And this is going to send a signal to your brain and your body that it wants you to preserve that muscle, saying, hey, this muscle is needed. It's a little reminder for your body. And then you want to train it near the end of your fast, and then eat a good post-workout meal that's going to be high in protein and carbs. That carb is going to refuel the glycogen in your muscles. And then you want to make sure you're doing adequate protein intake in between fasting. So when you're doing your regular meals, this is going to look like 1 to 2 grams of protein based on your lean body weight. So if you are roughly 150 pounds, at minimum, you want to make sure you're getting 150 grams of protein a day. Smart refeeding. So this is that first meal after a fast. You want to make sure that it is high in protein, around 30 to 50 grams. 30 to 50 grams of protein at that first meal, and then also make sure you have healthy carbs with that and some healthy fat. Last but not least, that you get adequate sleep and rest recovery. This is going to reduce that catabolic hormone effect. Catabolic is short for catabolism. This is where your body breaks down its own muscle tissue. So you do need to have rest days. You do need to sleep. Try to get that 8 or 9 hours of sleep, and sleep more while you're fasting as well. So you are going to reduce that catabolic effect on your muscle. If you implement these things and that video that I previously did, if you haven't watched that, go back to watch that, because it gives you a tip on how to also preserve muscle while you're fasting that doesn't break your fast. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next video.